Yeah, mate, yeah, I'm just waiting for the draw to start. Yeah. Oh, here it is now. Meanwhile, Croatian champions Jarun will face Turkish club Besiktas. Again.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 5, Episode 10 today, and it is Besiktas again in the Europa League knockout round, first knockout round. Now, of course, we beat them in the league phase as well, and it seems a very winnable tie, doesn't it? Now, if the first leg goes well, we'll face Rijeka in the league. They're, of course, one of the top four this season. That is, it's a four-horse title race, obviously. And if it's still close, then we'll face them in the second leg at home. So we'll see what happens in this first leg. Now, there is quite a little bit to catch you up on. And I think the best place to do it is actually just go into the board requests and sort of show you everything here. So we are improving our training facilities. We've also improved, that's in progress. We're also improving or had our transfer budget increase. So we have enough money to sign Zebic now. He rejected us again. He's just got to admit that he wants to be with us. He loves us and it's going to happen. Youth recruitment has improved. So youth recruitment and coaching is now at the top level. It can't go any higher than that. I did have a cheeky bid to get a new stadium, but as you can see there, that was rejected. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening off the pitch, which is fantastic. Also, 3 games happening on the pitch. So let's catch you up on those, starting with the final Europa League game against Molde. We already knew we were through. It was just a matter of whether we were going to be seeded for that draw or not. We took an early lead when Pembele crossed for Fillet. And it was 2-0 when Pembele picked out Skoko unmarked. Santiago made it 3-0. Before substitutes, Dominovic and College combined for our 4th. But a Messick own goal pulled one back. So we were just far, far too good for them. And the really promising thing is that we finished this game with 6, we'll call them Jags, Jarun Academy graduates. But 6 of our Academy players were on the field at the end there. So really, really promising this game. Yeah, there was a lot to like about it. Santiago getting his first for the club as well was obviously nice. Next up, it was back to league action against Bordeaux. We took a first half lead when Dunbanjak found Purser unmarked. And got a second before half time when the ball fell for Purser. So a really comfortable win, even if the goals weren't quite there. Skoko got a bit of an injury in this one, which isn't ideal, obviously. And but you can see from the XG tracker there, we were dominant. As I said, even if the goals weren't actually there. Final game to catch you up on, again in the league, was Varazden. We took a first half lead when Rovis crossed for Matanovic. And Palumbo made it 2-0 at half time. Fillet added a stunning third. And Tolik made it 4-0. Before Varazden pulled one back. And then they got a second. So we were absolutely dominant in this game. They only got their goals when we made some subs. We brought on some kids. We got 2 of them to play at the back as well. So that it kind of explains why there were some goals coming in late on. But yeah, as I said, absolutely dominant in the game. And the league table after that, well, it doesn't make for great reading, but it does make for good reading if we are looking at a top 3 and European football guaranteed again next season. Yeah, I mean, Dinamo, they're back to their very best, I fear, and they might be gone this season. We do have to play them once more, but even then, a 6-point gap, one game doesn't fix that, does it? So that's assuming that we can win it. So, yeah, the Rijeka game, though, we faced them, as I said, in between the 2 Besiktas legs. Ideally, we'll wrap it up in the first leg and put out a fairly strong side against them in the league, but time will tell what we can do on that front, obviously. But let's see what we're doing here in this first leg. And, well, the scouts again say this 3-4-3 formation that never really eventuates, but we'll see what we get, obviously. And this is a team that we're sending out heavy match load for Pembele. Maybe isn't ideal. Let's go with Tinovoy then. Yeah, let's go with Tinovoy. So it meets Nasevic in goal, Damjanic, Zabic, and Santiago will be the back three. Avoy and Roberts will go down the wings. Bosniak, Palumbo, Tolik with Fillet and Matanovic. You'll notice a few new names in the squad. We've been able to sort of change things up a little bit with the re-registration at the start of the knockout rounds. And yeah, so we've done that. All right, so a lineup that we're very familiar with. It was just last episode we played them, wasn't it? So yeah, it should be okay. Now they may have got some new players in there. They've been able to register. Carrying on last performance should do well. Pressure's all on them. Are we? I don't think we're expected to lose, are we? I mean, I know it's not the easiest place to go, but apparently we're expected to lose. So I guess we'll go with that. There's no pressure on us. Yeah, it's weird sometimes the way that the game kind of wants to throw those sorts of things at you, isn't it? I would have thought we are very much favourites for this one, but anyway, yeah, we'll see how we go here. Now, I was going to say something. Oh, transfer window is open. That's what I was going to say. Transfer window is open. As you saw, we do have that little bit of extra money to spend. I made a bid for Zebic. Obviously, Marseille have to accept it because it's in the loan deal that we can do it. He just didn't want to talk Turkey again, so there's nothing we can do. If he doesn't want to talk into a contract negotiation, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, I don't know how many seasons on loan he needs to spend here before he realises that he's playing and this is probably the best place for him, but he's not quite there yet. We have had one or two bids. I think Roberts has had a bid come in and fill it. Obviously, we're not selling them unless we get a very substantial bid. So, yeah, there's nothing that's sort of more serious than that that's come in as a good block there from... Was it a block from Zebic or a save from the goalkeeper? Either way, slightly concerning how easy that was for them to get through. Here we go now with Matanovic. Rovis. We haven't had any bids for Dashka. I've been trying to offload him because at this point... Oh, there's a good ball for Matanovic. If he's onside, that is the question mark. It looks like it's all good. And in the 8th minute, we go 1-0 up. And it is another Matanovic goal in Europe. He is looking very, very good. You may have noticed in the tactics screen there is some interest in him. As, yeah, Philip slips him in. Goalkeeper's got to do better with that, doesn't he? Really. But that is a Besiktas problem, not a Jarun problem. Now, how close was this? Oh, it's this guy over here that's playing him on, I think. So, he used to play for West Ham, I think, didn't he? That name. Let's give him some praise. But yeah, so we'll see. As I said before, I don't know that we're going to do too much. Basically, just the finances, and we did spend obviously some money upgrading the training facilities as well. So yeah, it's a really sort of tough balancing act because we need to obviously improve the facilities off the field, particularly because we know that we have so many good young players. So for them to have the best chance of being the best players that they can, then we need to have the best facilities that we can. But also, we kind of need to go as far as we can in Europe, ideally in the Champions League, to get the bigger money in, to be able to afford the bigger wages and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. Here we go with Matanovic dancing his way through. This time, the goalkeeper is able to turn it behind. And we'll have a corner, Palumbo to take. As it's floated in, it is, again, headed towards the goalkeeper, but does a decent job there. And, yeah, we'll go again. Yeah, Tolik is another... He's struggling to come back from his broken leg, which isn't surprising. It's easy to say he's 31, he's past it, but there is still, obviously, another 3 years at least before you'd start and really say that his time has passed. I always think 34 is when, you're sort of looking almost 6 months by 6 months how they're doing. But yeah, I do wonder just a little bit if the timing of the broken leg as much as anything else has just been a little bit of a hindrance and his physical decline. He might actually struggle to come back from that. Here we go with Tolik. Prove me wrong, mate. Havoy. Go on, Tinny. Crosses it in. It's towards Matanovic. He can't turn it goalwards. And it looks like that might be the half-time score. Just a minute of stoppage time added on. And it is indeed 1-0 at the break. Away from home, that's not the worst, is it? So I think don't allow complacency to creep in. We've got some anxious players after that. It's 2 wide players, but they're inspired now. And yeah, we'll just go again here. What it doesn't look like is going to happen here is Palumbo's not having a great game. I wonder, we'll give him a little bit of time here. I wonder if he could be a good candidate to take off. And then he would be fresh for Rijeka. As that is a header towards goal. And Damjanic, he's good in the air. Jumping reach, I think it's 18 or so. And he gives us an early goal in the second half. It is 2-0. And if we get to, I don't know, what do we think is a comfortable lead to not show the second leg? You'd want at least 3, wouldn't you? At least 3, I would have thought. Yeah, I mean, the further we go in the Europa League, it's going to be money. Probably more important is the coefficient points. We need to, or we want to try and get that second Champions League spot for the league, as Palumbo can't keep his effort down. Mostly because if Dinamo are going to be the Dinamo that they should be, that they have the potential of being, they're going to be very difficult for a long time for us to be able to beat regularly. So if we can get that second European Champions League spot, it still gives us a chance to get that money in, which is possibly quite important. We're going to take bring Kakavanga on for Palumbo. Tolik not having a great game. I'm not sure how far away Skoko is. So let's maybe leave Tolik on. Santiago is looking a little tired. Tolik over a free kick, and it is was that a save? It's a cracking save. Very unlucky for Tolik. He takes the corner now. Can we find Damjanic again at the back post? That's where we're headed, and it is flicked away. And what is going to become of this, as Bosniak does brilliantly, tracking back, and then wins the throw as well. Tinovoy to Santiago to Zebic. Zebic to Damjanic. Rovis. He's got a little bit of space in the middle there. He turns into it. Kolik to Tinovoy. All right, here we go. There's a little bit of space. There's quite a bit of space in that pocket there, isn't there? We need Bosniak almost to step forward into it. If we put him on support, there's a good ball for Tinovoy to fill it. It's headed away. I wonder if Bosniak is on support, if he'll step into that space as Kakavanga can't keep his effort down. But yeah, it's basically there, isn't it? There is a huge space in their midfield. So I wonder if we put Bosniak on support, if he'll just step that little bit further forward into that space. But it doesn't look like there's much else going to happen here, does it? We're into stoppage time. That is going to be that. A 2-0 lead is a very nice lead to take home. But it's not tie over, so we'll have to show the second leg. Even though we've beaten them now, you'd say, quite comfortably twice. Not enough to make you think that we are definitely going to get through. So Jarun turned dominance into victory against Besiktas. Matanovic is just looking a little bit class above. And that is Jarun. Hang on, what? I inform you that Ivan Mesic. Jarun have informed me. Jarun have informed you that Ivan Mesic is not for sale at any price. Did I offer it? I don't understand that. Why is the club telling me that I can't sell my player? I don't understand. I must have offered him. I don't understand it. I must have offered him out. It must have been what I've done, and the board's saying no. Anyway, we'll come back for the second leg. I'll see if I can figure out what's going on here. All right, welcome back. We are here for the second leg. The transfer window is closed. I got caught out by that thing where, like, I thought it was closing today. But you know how, like, it says on the thing at the top here that it's the transfer window closes a little red thing. I got caught out by the it's at midnight, so I thought I had an extra day, but I didn't. So long story short, we haven't sold anybody or we haven't signed anybody. So yeah, not that I was necessarily going to do. I'm just going to do one last check to see. But anyway. We missed out. One game to catch you up on was, of course, against Rijeka in the league. It is a 4-horse title race. They are one of the horses. We are one of the horses. So let's see what happened. We fell behind in the second half. We were quickly levelled through Lovric's first career goal. But behind again instantly. before they added a third. Yeah, I mean, it felt like a very, very even game until they sort of exploded second half there, and you can see they just ran over us in the end. So yeah, I mean, 3 goals all came in a 10-minute spell. Yeah, nice for Lovric to get his first goal. He's one of the academy kids, the promising attacking midfielder. So that's the first we've seen of him. I think Turpic, I think it's too soon for him. I'm coming to that realization. He's not particularly doing well when he plays. Perhaps he just needs that first goal. I'm wondering, though, if maybe we send him out on loan, for at least 6 months next season. But we'll see. Maybe, and we'll just, I think, bring him off the bench. We're just lacking striking options massively. John was rubbish again, but he always is. So the league table was affected by that because what has happened is Dinamo Zagreb has won. Hajduk Split has won as well. So the league, the title is essentially gone. I don't think they're going to throw away another 9-point lead. Maybe they will. But we have the issue of having to sort of rotate with Europe, and they don't, which is probably the main difference, to be honest. So anyway, let's see if we can stay in Europe. Getting knocked out will do wonders for our title chances. But yeah, I think, like, I never give up. You saw what happened last season. We're not going to give up on the title, but yeah, it's just a little bit difficult, I think, for us to run that sort of a league down whilst in Europe. So, Nasevic in goal, Damjanic. Now, Mesic is going to play with St. Jago. Now, the reason for that, Zebic is a booking away, as is Dashka from a suspension. I'm relatively confident we'll get it done here, so we're going to try and protect them for the next round. Pembele and Rovers will be the wide players. Bosniak, Palumbo and Tolik, Filet and Matanovic. Skoko is back fit. He's on the bench for this one. You can see the rest of the bench there. And hopefully, what's John doing? That's going to do absolute havoc on my OCD. So I'll switch them around and we'll be back for the game. Alright, so we can see the team sheet, and again, it looks a fair, although some of these names here, they weren't Rashika, Trossard, and Jota. I don't think they were in the team, were they, for the last one, or did I? Maybe I did, maybe I just forgot about it. Yeah, I mean, forget all about the first leg. This is a brand new game, and we've just got to not lose at home, which really should be very, very doable for us, you would have hoped anyway. So yeah, we will probably look to bring Skoko off the bench to replace Tolik at some point in this one. The main reason that Tolik is starting, I did bring Skoko off the bench against Rijeka. I think he came on to replace John actually up front. So yeah, I want to ease him back in a little bit. We don't want we don't want to get a reoccurrence of an injury or anything like that. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Now we are. Perhaps, I said we didn't sell any players. Bekanic might be on his way out. We get a little bit of interest in him. I think the bidding war is up to about 700 grand, which I will take. I think we paid 28 for him when we made him a permanent signing back for the start of Season 2. I don't know if he counts as an original or not because he was only on loan in the first season. He wasn't actually our player. So that's going to be a grey area. But yeah, he certainly was around the promotion season. So he's an original, isn't he? He was in the squad, so I guess that makes him an original. But we're running out of the originals because who else was around? Dashka was there. Zebic, did we have Zebic on loan that first season? Who else? Pranjic was an original, wasn't he? And then we're probably, is there anybody else that's not in the squad that I'm forgetting? Was Filet loaned? He wasn't loaned in originally, was he? He was loaned in, I think, second. I think Zebic was loaned in second season as well. I mean, we've got nothing else to talk about here. There's nothing happening in the game. Here we go, Tolik. Can we get a third goal on aggregate? And that is off the post by somebody. And we'll just keep praising them here because we're doing a pretty good job so far. But of course, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in football. As Jota comes forward, and Mesic not covering himself in glory there. We've paid the price, and we are now 1-0 down on the night. It is 2-1 on aggregate, and should we have just bit the bullet and put Zebic at the back? Because Mesic has looked a little bit like he doesn't know what he's doing there. A little bit of bad luck, perhaps. Damjanic, I didn't notice that first time around, as sort of played him in the end. Let's give it a focus. And let's see if we can go and cancel that goal out now. Rovers with a throw. Palumbo. Back to Palumbo. He's got a little bit of space here. It's there for Pembele. And Timothy Pembele restores that 2-goal lead. And that is a very, very nice thing indeed. Rovis back to Palumbo. Palumbo, I thought he was going to have a shot, but good vision from him. And maybe the deflection has helped it past the goalkeeper. But that's okay. So it is 1-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. They only had their goal lead there for 3 minutes. We've got, looks like defending. Is that a short corner? I don't think I've ever seen a short corner in this game before. And this is dangerous. Pembele is sort of playing piggy in the middle there. And, oh, was that a save? It was a save. Let's maybe just go back to balanced. They are throwing everything at us here. And I wonder if perhaps we need a little bit of a tactical rethink here. We're not on it, are we, at the back? They're picking us apart at times. So, that should be half-time. It is. We've still got the 2-goal lead, but it is not as comfortable as that, is it? So, we've got to, stay focused. And I think what we might do is just try and tweak things a little bit tactically. If they're going to be attacking onto us, let's try and pass it into space. Just try and get it in behind them. And is there anything else we want to do differently here? Maybe we try and trap them on the outside as well. Yeah, I think I like that. Tolik is not having a great game. I said we'd probably bring Skoko on for him. We'll give it a little bit of time here at the start of the half. But I think we're coming up towards the hour mark, so we'll make that change and get Skoko on. And we've got more defending to do, as Tolik just takes his time walking off. And I tell you what, they're pretty good from a set piece, aren't they? Right, so we are 2-1 down on the night. We are still 3-2 up on aggregate. I think I'm gonna call this, and we're gonna bring Zabic on for Mesic at the back. And we might even give it a demand more. I know we're winning, but it doesn't really feel like that so much, does it? The front two haven't really been in the game. I wonder if we lower the tempo down a little bit. We have had more possession. Oh, another corner. This is not good because we've seen already that they are very, very dangerous from a corner. And Nasevic does well on that occasion. But it's still there and it's 3-3. They are ripping us apart from a set piece. Oh, Nasevic is at fault for that one. But, I mean, we need to stop giving away corners, don't we? Yeah, I mean, it's not great goalkeeping. He went down far too early, didn't he? So we need goals now. Do we go a berating? Or I wonder if we should be going the other way. And they're attacking like a team with the attacking talent they have. That, you know, this is what they should be doing to teams, really. So we don't want to go too far the other way in terms of attacking, but we don't really have striking options on the bench unless we want to bring Kelvin. Maybe this is Kelvin John's moment. All right, Kelvin, you're either going to be a hero or you're going to be just in the reserves. You decide. Philip does well to win that back for us. Bosniak forward for Skoko. Skoko gets crowded out. I wonder if we want to exploit the flanks. Come on, boys. Come on. I don't think... Yeah, I mean, I was very conscious on trying to not say something in a press conference that would make us complacent. You know, it was very much, you know, Ty's still alive, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, do we just give them credit? They've been very good from a set piece. Oh, that's not good. That is extraordinarily bad, in fact. And we are now 4-1 down. We're getting smacked at home. Oh, just Bosniak couldn't quite get there, could he? All right, we have got a little bit of time left to try and save this, but not much. What can we do? What can we do? All right, now, we don't have any other subs that we can make, but what we're going to do is just change the shape a little bit, move Santiago forward. Bosniak, you can go on support because we need players forward. Yeah, and we are really, at this point, just kind of hoping. I wonder if we go double Mazzella. Palumbo can get further forward again. And, yeah, this is not good. Nasevic just picked the game to have a nightmare, hasn't he? All right, so let's just try and encourage, yeah. I mean, I can't believe we're losing 4 at home to Besiktas. Pembele gets past his man. There just seems like they've got an extra man on the field almost, doesn't it? Pembele whips across it. It's decent, and Palumbo can't find the target, and we needed that to go in, didn't we? Oh, this has been absolutely horrid from us, and I can't shout anything. Let's go more direct. Let's get rid of that. And is there just a highlight or something for us? Here we go. Pembele to Zabic. Santiago. Bosniak. Good ball forward there for John. Please do something useful, mate. Please do something useful. He goes back there for Bosniak. Go to Santiago. Pembele for Fillet! And Fillet in the 92nd minute! He has drawn us level 4-4 on aggregate. Oh, what a great man he is. And, well, now let's hope we can go on with it now. Back from the dead. Their goalkeeper will want that one back. But Fillet, he wasn't doing much all game long, and it's very close to being offside. But it doesn't matter because he was onside, and the great man, Elias Fillet, has done it again. And it is 4-4 on aggregate. We are 4-2 down on the night, and it will go to extra time. All right, we've got to keep working hard. Don't let this slip away. I do not want to cop all the bottled comments in the comments and in Discord, and I'll shut the Discord down for the day. Palumbo with the corner. Come on. And it's Damjanic, and it is 4-3 on the night. 5-4, we're in front on aggregate. And we have come back from the dead. That is more like it. Do we have another sub we can make now with extra time? We do. Now, I wonder, there's a part of me that says go more defensive, but this shape is working for us, but is that because they've sort of sat back a little bit? We're about to find out, aren't we? Oh, no. It's a classic. It is a European classic, and it is now 5-5 on aggregate, and they are 5-3 up on the night. So I think what we've learnt from that is if we do happen to get in front again, we very much put everybody back. Come on, let's encourage them. If we're looking at where a sub could happen, get there, Palumbo. Oh, is he just absolutely destroyed? Pembele does well. Oh, and Zabic has gifted it to Trossard, and he can't take advantage of it. Oh, all right. Persa, you come on for him. And let's see. Is this going to be the half-time, extra-time score? It looks like it might be. And 2 minutes of stoppage time. That is that. We are at half-time in extra time. And we go again. Come on. Encourage. Is this going all the way to penalties? It has somewhat calmed down now, hasn't it? We've got a corner again to defend. Oh, and he's missed it. Palumbo has destroyed this. I mean, we're out on our legs. Can Palumbo produce a moment of magic? He's gone towards goal, and it's just over the top. Zabic, good thing I brought him on to shore up the back, isn't it? 6.3. He's playing worse than the goalkeeper now. Palumbo, nice ball to find Pembele in space. Pembele, good ball for Fillet. Fillet back for Persa. For Palumbo! Oh, it's blocked. It's Rovis. It goes back again. I mean, this is okay, isn't it? Make them chase the ball. Everybody's going to be absolutely destroyed as Santiago. I thought he was going to give that away. Back to Santiago. We go across to Zabic. Zabic to Pembele. Look at Purser getting forward. Pele doesn't need him. It's in there. It's in there, and it's Noah Skoko! And it is 6-5. And we are back in front, and we will now shut down this game. We can't do it now till after the highlight. All right, let's watch this. It is 6-5. I thought this was going to be, well, we'll just see this out. It'll be fine. But Pembele, it's a step over from Philip. Let's give him credit. And Noah Skoko off the bench and into the record books. And we will now close this one down as completely as we can. Zabic, you go back into the middle, I think. 1 second here, guys. All right, so we are going into full shutdown mode. Is it a little early to do this? Possibly. But if we can just see this out. We've only conceded 5 goals today, so there's no reason why we can't be watertight at the back all of a sudden. But we are getting there. 1 minute of extra time, and we've got a highlight. Damjanic on the ball. It's a good ball for Philip. No, it's not. It's Purser. Purser draws a save. And with 20 seconds to go, just stand in the corner. Palumbo, if you take a corner here, if this ball leaves that corner flag, I'm going to sack you. We're over the allotted time. Surely it doesn't. Palumbo, your shoe's undone, mate. Check your shoelace. Check your shoelace. This is magnificent stuff. And well done. You get to keep your job. He didn't put the corner in. And, wow, what a game of football that was. 5-4 we have lost on the night, but 6-5 we have won on aggregate. Oh, that was intense. So, Jarun win Europa League knockout playoff round. We get just under $500,000. Pembele was actually when things were down and we were looking like we were in some serious trouble, he was very, very good. And of course, let's not forget that Philip getting that stoppage time equaliser to keep us alive going into extra time. Well, we're going to have a draw for the round of 16, so I will see you for that in a second here. All right, so we are not seeded, and that'll be because it is the sort of the round of 16 teams, isn't it? The top 8 that'll be seeded. So the unseeded teams. Or was this the seeded teams? Seeded teams. Arsenal, Juventus, Brighton, Lyon, Celtic, Mainz, Slovako. I'd like to have another crack at them. And Galatasaray. And the unseeded teams, Anderlecht, PSV, Roma, Leverkusen, ourselves, Sporting, Lille, and Valencia. So Sporting is first out. They will face Juventus. Here we go. Who do we get? Who do we get? We get Celtic. Now, we face Celtic. We faced them in Europe, haven't we? And I think we beat them. Oh, we faced them earlier this year in qualifying for the Champions League, didn't we? Of course we did. So, well, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? They're going to want revenge. And arguably, our season has gone all downhill since since that game. So there is the draw. We have Celtic. And we've proven already over 2 legs we can beat them. So there's no reason why we can't do it again, except that we've not played that well since beating them. So Jarun gets Celtic. We've got a game rearranged. I mean, that is not good for our league campaign on several fronts. Mostly, I mean, what team do we put out against Lokomotiva? We're going to be absolutely destroyed. But we will come back for the Celtic games, and well, let me know what you think in the comments. We're all going to need a rest after that. That was just a little bit much, wasn't it? But we'll make this first call as well for Viewers Player of the Year. And yeah, we move on in Europe, but only just. Take care.